Hello and welcome to your new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at Talonflame with a fast move of PECK. We don't have here today the move of Incinerate, we are going to run a PECK today. And also we're going to take a look at the Shadow Charizard with the buffed moveset there of Dragon Breath, as well as having access to Air Cutter. Today we're going to have the lead here of our Stunfisk, which is very cool. In hindsight, I would have run a different lead. There are some Pokemon that can be a bit problematic with the lead that we have here, where I just didn't really think about it. I just went ahead, went ground type, should be grand. I would have rather went ahead and went for Gaston. Absolutely, I think Gaston is a better Pokemon here. But yeah, first battle against Nighttime Clasher. Matchup that I literally have every single day. I don't know why and what is going on, but we literally match up every single day so far. It is madness. Like, it feels like literally every single day. I think it was like at least over 50% of the days I've been playing recently, I was battling against Nighttime Clasher, so shout out to you. We're going to see here though what Air Cutter can do when you have all the boost on it. And we're going to have here a perfect matchup where Moltres is going to get hard-walled by the Stunfisk. Good game to them, and we can move on to the next opponent. And to be fair, while I want to have here a PECK Talonflame showcase, it ended up more like a Charizard showcase here, because Shadow Charizard got ridiculously often the boost. I definitely was way more often getting the boost than not. Like, this is not really showcasing the actual way of Charizard and how it's gonna play. It is not gonna boost every single time, but apparently it does it for nearly all the time here for me, which is kind of crazy. A lot of times, like, again, I say like, oh, I don't get enough like drops or whatever, I'm not like with a statistic there or whatever. I definitely got them, I think, at least more often than not. Here in this battle, actually, where we're kind of even there, we had 3 times where we could have got the boost. We got it 1 time, which was the first time, which is the most important time as well. So, like, I'm quite happy about it. But I definitely felt like I was quite lucky with the boost of Air Cutter, 30% chance there. Here, we are going to be able to farm on that Ferret, and with that, the opponent doesn't really want to play against us anymore. And we can move on to the next opponent. So, we're going to have here also the Charizard coming in now, because we kind of wanted to make him think, there's a Fire type coming in now, I'd rather get out my Bug and Steel type Pokemon. But as we are going to see here, we're going to get out that Moltres, which we can still retaliate against with our Charizard. But they're going to knock us out with a Fly, which is alright, because what we get out of this matchup is a shield advantage, and we have the CMP tie that I could have avoided the entire time. Lovely, isn't it? Brave Bird coming through. I tried to undercharge here a little bit, but nah, at the end of the day, this was too much already. I can tell you that it's gonna knock them out. And yeah, we're gonna be in a position that we didn't really need to be in, but at the end of the day, it's not too bad. It is honestly not too bad, but what's kind of annoying is that we gave them a free fast move here, but with Fly and PECK, we are going to be able to get there quite fast to the moves. It is the same speed, I think, for the moves compared to like the Incinerate. We just do not as much damage as an Incinerate. I think to have the same amount of damage, you would need 8 damage as well. I think we do 6 with PECK. So we have a little bit less damage. I have like a 25% damage cut with our fast move, but what we have is a little bit more flexibility, which is also kind of beneficial. So yeah, PECK isn't directly an upgrade, but it's more of a side grade to Talonflame. So what do I think? Do I think it's going to be better or worse than the Incinerate? Personally, I think it's going to be worse. I think Incinerate is one of the main reasons why you would want to run a Talonflame. It is main reason here in order to have like that fire type damage. And I feel like if Talonflame would learn a move like Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz, which it also learns in the main series games, I could see that PECK actually has a lot of play. Flare Blitz would be like basically the same as Brave Bird in Pokemon Go, just as a fire type move. And for Pokemon like Talonflame, this would open up the option to run PECK, have like better kind of pacing to stuff. Like, it's the same kind of energy that you generate, but you're going to have better pacing towards like something to fly or whatever, because you just need like 5 fast moves. It's just a little bit easier there without kind of giving away a lot. And the thing is, if you have Flare Blitz there, you would be having great fire type damage, which you currently just don't have. You have Fire Blast, which takes too long to get to, like way too long, and is not worth it. And you have Flame Charge, which you have on here, which just boosts your own attack, but it doesn't really do a lot of fire type damage. In order to fix that problem, you would need to have Flare Blitz on this Pokemon, which generally is a move that I suggested so many times already in my videos to add for Pokemon Go, because I think it makes a lot of sense to make fire types a little bit better. But yeah, hopefully you're going to see it in the future. So, next opponent, we're going to have here Altaria. We're going to swap out straight away, as they swap out straight away as well. They're going to go into their Marowak, which is alright. We're going to use a shield here. I think it's just a Bone Club though. I think we are kind of wrong with shielding here, and we were kind of wrong, so that's kind of interesting. We are still going to be able to go for, though, the Blast Burn, which is going to allow us to get that KO against the opponent. And in comes the Altaria from the opponent, where we can still go for the Blast Burn against. This is going to allow us to get a lot of damage onto them. We are going to be able to go for the Air Cutter against them now as well, which is going to be great for us. And we can go ahead and get some damage onto them. We see here as well the Stunfisk and the Empoleon. We can try to go for a Mud Bomb. This is going to allow us to get the KO against the opponent here as well. That is perfectly fine. Getting the shield though is also alright. And hopefully we're still going to be in a long KO spot. But I'm fairly certain I can still survive a hit here, which is going to be super important because what we see next is the Mud Bomb coming through. This is going to allow us to get that KO. And as you see here, we're going to let the move go as well from the opponent. This is going to be the Drill Peck. And yeah, we are gonna try our best to go for the Fly Action time. We're gonna be able to reach it, which is interesting, which we should have not been able to. But with that, we are going to be able to win, and we can move on to the next opponent. Stunfisk against Stunfisk. This is the one matchup where I was thinking I would have rather went ahead and went for Gastrodon. I think that other Stunfisk are actually a big problem for this team, and this is something that you could change by going for Gastrodon. As we will see here as well, we are going to be able to go for the Mud Bomb. That is going to be alright. We are going to be able to get some damage in here. That's going to be alright as well. And we can let the move go through from the opponent, which is going to be perfectly okay. Mud Bomb is coming through. We're going to try our best to swap out here to get the move, which is the best way of playing it. I know we haven't used the shield yet. I know we have a flying type now against the electric type, and I know that it's still going to get to another move here, but it is still the best way of playing it because I still have my lead left, I have energy on my Charizard, and I am going to be able to farm them down with any of my Pokemon at this point, I guess, other than Stunfisk. Other than Stunfisk, going to be totally alright for us. But as you're going to see as well, we're going to have the Dusclops against us, they're going to go for the Shadow Punch, and it's time for Talonflame. But we see here already one big issue. We don't have the fast move pressure that we used to have. And this is going to be a big problem, because now they're not in Fly range, they're not in Flame Charge range. They're in none of those ranges, and this is going to be a big issue for Talonflame with the new move of, the PECK being buffed. It's not really a new move, but it's like the buff of PECK. It's going to be just a big issue for this Pokemon. As we will see here as well, the opponent is going to have to take the move here. It's going to be the Discharge, it's going to take them out, but it's going to be such an uphill battle because they're going to get some energy here. They can farm us down. I have no chance there. So, next opponent we have Kingdra. Honestly, that's alright, because Kingdra has to go for the big move there, for the Outrage. Or are they running Octazooka? Are they running Octazooka? We will find out shortly. We will see here the Octazooka coming in, and I was like, hopefully I don't get the debuff. I do get the debuff, so I'm barely going to do damage now, which is fine. We're going to be able to swap out here into the Charizard, and I will use a shield here as well. It is going to be this time around the Octazooka again. They don't get the debuff this time around, which is going to be huge, because now I can still go for a Blast Burn against the opponent. Force the shield, but we're going to get out that Dedenne, and that's going to be a huge thing for us, because with Dedenne out of the way, we're going to have way more play with our other Pokemon. We have way more play, of course, on our Stunfisk in order to knock them out, but also way more play with the Talonflame in order to hopefully win the match up later on, because, yeah, it's gonna be the best way possible we can play right now. As we'll see here as well, the opponent is going to go for the Play Rough, and this is going to be alright as we have the Mud Bomb coming through. This is perfectly fine. This is gonna get the KO. We have a bit of an energy as well there. We can get the knockout against the Kingdra, which is kind of important to get. That's why I went a little bit over as well. And we can swap out of here into our Talonflame. Now it's Talonflame against Lickitung. Lickitung recently got buffed again with access to the move Body Slam that got a little bit stronger now. But it's not strong enough, as we see here already. 2 Body Slams are not going to be enough. They might be able to outspeed us because they just got a little bit of an energy advantage before. But as you see as well, the Fly is coming through. The Fly is going to allow us to get that, not the KO. They have 1 HP, but this Body Slam is not going to be enough. And with that, we can move on to the next opponent. Moving on, we're going to have Gastrodon against us in the lead, and that is going to be a bit more tricky. As you see here as well, we have to swap out, and we're going to get out the Togekiss. And of course, they know that I have access to the move Blast Burn, and so we are going to here and troll the opponent, which is going to be perfect as he can still go for the Blast Burn. Blast Burn is going to connect. Are they going to let the move go? They don't. They're going to rather go 2 shields down and still go for some charge moves there as well. yeah, as we will see here, we're going to have that Stunfisk. We're going to be able to go for the discharge, and we are going to be totally fine. We're going to have the Dazzling Gleam coming through. That is alright, because we have now a ton of advantage. Yeah, with our Talonflame, we're going to be able to just let the move go here as well. It's going to be the Aura Sphere, where we can have a Charge restored, swap out into a Talonflame, have the Gastron against the Talonflame here as well, and we see what they're going to have in their opponent. Yeah, let's take a look here. We're going to have the Gastron in, we're going to have the Fear on the back, and make a big mistake. I make a ginormous mistake. This is already the first mistake. I should have never went for this. I should have never went for the Flame Charge. Next mistake, I should just went, like, if I went straight for a double fly, I would have knocked them out already before they would even get there. I did not know that they would be able to win the Team Pitta here. I had no idea. I had really no idea. I had to complete the energy charge here in order to try to get a little bit of energy there against the opponent. But I still have to catch the move here, which works out well. Wish I would have been able to get the move off, because I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to knock them out here now. But I go for the Water Pulse, which is honestly so much better than the Body Slam, which I expected from the opponent. But I guess they were like thinking that Body Slam is not enough, because now we can knock them out in time, and we can move on to the second last battle for today. Later on today, we're going to have the league change there as well, so that's going to be an interesting one. We're going to have a new meta coming up. And yeah, we will see here the Stunfisk coming in. We're going to have the Mud Bomb. We can go for our own Mud Bomb as well against the opponent. This is going to allow us to get some nice damage in. And as we will see, the next Mud Bomb is going to be coming up very, very soon after. This is going to be interesting. Let's see, we're going to have here another Charge Move coming in. This Mud Bomb is coming in. When we're going to get them kind of low, we're going to try to do the exact same. We're going to try to, never mind, this time around I go for the Charge Move, because I saw them lag for one turn. And this is going to be quite alright for us. We're going to let this move go. I want to keep the advantage with our Charizard. Charizard is going to be alright here. Charizard is going to have a great time. This is going to work out super well for us, as we are going to be able to go for the full farm down against the opponent. We have a ton of energy, but they have also the Azumarill against us. And that is just not going to be great. This is absolutely not going to be great for us. As we will see here the Charizard coming in. We can knock them out if they let the move go here, I guess, which they do, but they actually still get to the move. That's game over. I needed to keep the shield. I couldn't keep the shield at the end of the day. I am forced to go for the fly here. This was the only way of playing it. I maybe have still a chance if I'm gonna get the boost here with the Air Cutter, and then maybe a Blast Burn would knock them. Let's see if I can get this. Air Cutter comes through. We don't get the boost. Would have been doing enough, you know, with that Blast Burn? Let's find out. Maybe. Actually, maybe would have done enough damage. And maybe would have done enough damage. Is what is. This is gonna be it for this game, and we can move on to the final one for the day. Scissor against us. We're gonna swap out again into our Charizard. They swap out into the Ferret. We can go for that big blast burn. We actually did, by the way, a bit more battles than what you see here today. I just, of course, I kind of want to put it towards like the 15-minute mark. I did, I think, 4 or 5 sets with this team. Like, this team was alright, this team was cool. I think, again, I would have been able to win more battles if I had a different lead. I do think that the lead of Stunfisk is not ideal for this team. I do think that the lead of Gastron is way better for this team. But, yeah, as you can see here, we're going to have the Credilli. The Credilli is going to be alright for us. We are just going to be able to go ahead and go for a hard-hitting move there with a fly. And what we can do as well is we can align ourselves later again, and we can try to at least go ahead and try to use the Say-Swap option here still in order to get rid of that debuff onto us. I don't really want to have the debuff onto me, but luckily they decided to go for a shield here, which is actually really nice, because now I can guarantee that I have a move off against them without the debuff on me. I mean, I guess I actually cannot guarantee it, because they could just swap out of here with a move stored, and I still need some energy on my Talonflame. But we can take the Grass Knot here as well. We actually still get to the move here, which means no matter what's going to happen, they're going to die to one charge move of me. Like, it doesn't matter which charge move even. I can just go for the fly and knock them out. Like, this is going to be a good game there. The opponent is going to go down there, and they still don't have the final Pokemon there, which is going to be a Scissor. We can knock them out, and that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.